So here's an update on progress on the warming cabinet. It's difficult to show it all in one shot. I can't get far enough from it. Anyway, this is just a plywood box, as I explained before. 3/4 inch plywood box. It's 4 feet wide, 2 feet deep, and 3 feet wide. I made a huge mistake, and a kind of little voice in the back of my head said I was making this mistake. And here's the mistake I made. I lamented for a long time about what dimensions to make this box. I wanted to make it big enough to put 5-gallon pails in. I planned to put maybe some wire shelving in here for boxes and jars of honey to melt them, liquefy them, I guess is the term. Now, I thought I was being awful smart to make this, 4 feet high, 2 feet deep, because then you're cutting your plywood 2 feet, you can get 2 pieces out of a sheet. 4 feet high, you get 2 pieces out of a sheet. And that all worked out perfectly. It was a beautiful thing. However, when it came to cutting my styrofoam and my Luan, I am in big trouble. Because everything gets bigger as you put these layers on. So, if I were to do this again, I start on the outside and measure everything up 2 feet by 4 feet, and then every piece gets smaller, so now you can still get all of your components out of 1 or 2 sheets of material. So having said that, here's the plan. Again, 2 inches of styrofoam. I don't remember the R value on that. I think it's about 20 or so. It's pretty good stuff. What I've done here is I've not secured this yet, but I've framed this out for a door. So this is just a 2x4 that I ripped to 2 inches so that it's the same depth as that styrofoam. And then I'll cut a small strip of styrofoam to go in here. And then of course the door will go on. It'll also be insulated with 2-inch styrofoam. Likely have a frame similar to this around the door. And then a hinge on one side. I plan to heat this like a lot of people heat them with light bulbs. Maybe 3. I've got 150 watt light bulbs here, so maybe 3 of those will heat this just fine. I've got a little fan for circulating, make sure there's no hot spots, cold spots. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. I've got to make this, fairly. This door should be fairly airtight. I don't want to say airtight, it doesn't have to be airtight, but just so that I'm not losing a lot of my heat out of this box. So it should be fairly well sealed. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. I may actually just do something like this. Shove this aside to make a bit of a door jamb, and then the door can close in against that. Top and bottom though, it might have to close in against the outside or something. Oh, I'll figure that out. It's not rocket surgery, and I'm sure it'll be fine regardless of what I do. So there you go. That's just an update on the old warming cabinet. The new warming cabinet, I should say. Have fun.